Hello everyone, welcome back. This is part 1 on ASP.NET Core tutorial. In this session, we will discuss what is ASP.NET Core, important features of ASP.NET Core, and advantages of using ASP.NET Core in the application development lifecycle. Let's see basic introduction on ASP.NET Core. ASP.NET Core is free and open source web framework used to next generation of web applications. ASP.NET Core Mac and developed by Microsoft as well as community user base. It is a modular framework that has the capability to run on legacy .NET framework. It runs on Windows as well as cross-platform systems. Originally it was called ASP.NET Next version and later it's supposed to be called ASP.NET 5. However, Microsoft changed the name and on the first release on 17 May 2016. At this time, ASP.NET Core 2.0 released in 14 August 2017. The first question comes into our mind when we use ASP.NET Core as we have the legacy ASP.NET applications. If we look at the comparison table given by Microsoft, it's fairly listed out when do need to choose ASP.NET Core against ASP.NET. It is easy to understand that we need to choose ASP.NET Core when we want to build applications for Windows, Mac or Linux machines. Multiple versions per machine in ASP.NET Core, but in ASP.NET only one version you can run on the machine. The ASP.NET Core we can run on Visual Studio, Visual Studio Mac or Visual Studio Core using C# or F#. But in ASP.NET, develop with Visual Studio using C# or F#. Microsoft also recommended higher performance than ASP.NET applications. The choose .NET Framework or .NET Framework Core runtime for ASP.NET Core on cross-platform machines. Now let's understand what is ASP.NET Core. ASP.NET Core is an open source and cloud optimized web framework for developing modern web applications that can be developed and run on Windows, Linux, and the Mac. It includes the MVC framework, which now combines the features of ASP.NET, MVC, and Web API into a single web programming framework. ASP.NET Core apps can run on .NET Core or on the full .NET framework. It was architected to provide an optimized development framework for apps that are deployed to the cloud or run on premises. It consists of modular component with minimum overhead, so you retain flexibility while constructing your solutions. You can develop and run your ASP.NET app cross-platform on Windows, Mac, and Linux machines. Let's understand advantages of ASP.NET Core. ASP.NET Core has a number of architectural changes that result in a much linear and modular framework. ASP.NET Core is no longer based on system.web.dll. It is based on a set of granular and well-factored NuGet packages. This allows you to optimize your app to include just the NuGet packages you needed. The benefit of a smaller app surface area include tighter security, reduced servicing, improved performance, and decreased cost. With ASP.NET Core, we can get the following improvements. Build and run cross-platform ASP.NET app on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Build on .NET Core, which support true side-by-side app versioning. Single aligned web stack for Web UI and Web API. New tool that simplifies modern web development. Built-in support for dependency injection. Cloud-ready environment-based configuration. Ability to host on IaaS or self-host in your own process. Tag helper which makes laser markup more nature with HTML. ASP.NET Core is a significant redesign of ASP.NET. This topic introduced to new concept of ASP.NET Core and explain how they help to develop modern web apps. Now focus on key features of ASP.NET Core. No compiled developer experience. Modular framework distribute as NuGet packages. Cloud optimized runtime. A cloud-ready environment-based configuration system. A lightweight and modular HTTP request pipeline. Build and run cross-platform ASP.NET Core app on Windows, Mac, and Linux. Open source and community focused. Side-by-side web versioning. App targeting .NET Core. High performance. I hope you got a good understanding of ASP.NET Core and when we choose ASP.NET Core versus traditional ASP.NET framework. For the application development in the next section, we will learn about ASP.NET Core environment setup and how to create and learn web application using ASP.NET Core. Thank you for listening and have a great day.